let's have a chat. The internet is a big and beautiful place, full of horrible writing advice. So let's dive into it. Number 1, there's only one good way to write a book. Wrong! There are so many different ways to write a book. The best way is to write it. Problems with writing style are very personal. One person may dislike a writing style that someone else loves. Grammatical errors are the only thing that aren't super subjective in writing. Unless they are. Double space after a period, Oxford comma. That aside, there isn't one set way to write a book. Do what works best for you in order to finish your book. Number 2, writing to market is the only way to make money. Nope! Writing a good engaging story that you market well and that people love is a good way to sell your book. But even then, which book blows up and which doesn't is kind of a guessing game. Books by well-known authors are bound to do well because the author is so well-known. By the time that you recognize a trend in the market book-wise, and you've written and edited and done all the things needed for a book to be published, it's likely that the market has already moved on. Do yourself a favor and write what you want to read. Number 3, write only what you know. Research is a thing. Talking to people about their experiences is a thing. As long as you aren't being a horrible jerk and thinking that you know best about a topic you've never experienced, I'd say it's fine to ask around and gather information about topics you don't fully understand in order to write them well. Number 4, said is dead. No, it's not. Said is a great dialogue tag. It's totally fine to use it, and as a reader, always seeing extravagant ways of saying said can get annoying. And it's often seen as a very fanficky way of writing or a newbie writer thing. Don't bog your reader down constantly with descriptions of how someone said something when said could work perfectly fine on its own. It can also sometimes bog down what is being said. You don't want to have this really powerful and impactful line followed up by a million minutes of dialogue tag. It takes away the importance of what's being said. Number 5, good writing always takes a long time. Some people take 6 years to write an amazing book. Some people take 6 weeks. Writing is very personal. Some people take 6 years to write a book and it's garbage. Some people can write a garbage book in 6 weeks. Time doesn't always matter. The person and their level of skill does. Write how you write. And remember, editing is always a thing. Don't be afraid to write a sloppy first draft. Just get your story down and edit it later. Use the time you have, and don't be afraid that you aren't taking enough time or that you've taken too much time. As long as you've got a book in the end, that's what matters. Editing and rewriting are just your friends for helping to make it better. Number 6, don't use tools or technology to help your writing. Why? Anything that can help your writing process become easier should be used. Having something that can catch grammatical mistakes may make the editing process easier, as long as you don't always accept without looking at the suggestion. Use them to help find mistakes, but use your judgment if it's correct context-wise. I see no harm in using something to help you. It's crazy how people think that getting help from something makes you a bad person or a fake writer. So these are just 6 pieces of bad writing advice I've either been given or have heard others be given. And I'm full of more poor pieces of writing advice, so if you want to hear them torn apart, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. I try to upload twice a week with fun bookish and writing videos. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more content throughout the week. If you saw my last video, Write a Poem with Me, a more final and edited version of that poem is up on my Facebook page, so you should go check that out. And I really hope you like it. And I hope that you've had a fun time with me here today, and I hope that you've had a wonderful day. And I'll see you next time. Bye!